Good evening, everyone. My name is Sahil Ilyas, and today is date 29th of January 2026. I am here to provide some words in front of you which are basically used in business and finance world. So let's get started. The first word which we have in our context is multilateralism. What does multilateralism means? Basically, when three or more than three countries they come together to solve an issue or grievance, then that is termed as multilateralism. For example, World Trade Organization resolving the trades between some countries, or World Health Organization serving the health of all the members countries. Then we have our second word is private equity. What does private equity basically means? Private equity means that taking the stake or part ownership of any private firm which is not listed on any recognized stock exchange in India. That is private equity. Then we have clamp down. Third word is clamp down. What does clamp down basically means? Clamp down means you are having some strict control or strict regulation on something. For example, government of India have clamped down on black money in India. It basically means government of India having some strict control and regulation in black money in India. Then we have fourth Fourth, we have NIM. NIM basically means net interest margin. Now, what does net interest margin means? This is a concept which is basically used in banking sector. For example, a customer deposits certain amount in bank. He gets interest from that bank. Further, that amount bank provides as a loan to its customer. So, banks earn interest from that loan provided. In this situation, bank provides interest to customers who deposits money, so that remains as an expense to bank. In that customer to which bank has provided loan, bank earns interest from that loan, so that it becomes an income for that bank. Okay, so interest received minus interest paid upon interest generating assets, that gives you your net interest margin. Net interest margin basically shows how much performance the bank has given during a financial year. Higher the net interest margin, the bank has performed well. Lower the net interest margin, the bank has not performed well. Fifth concept is RDSS. What is RDSS? RDSS basically stands for Revamped Distribution Sector Scheme. It's a scheme launched by the government of India for the electricity sector in India. Now, what was the motive of this scheme? This scheme was mainly introduced to help the discom companies, that is distribution companies, to supply electricity more efficiently and effectively to all the households receiving electricity in India, and also to install smart meters or to trigger all those the electrical frauds that are happening in India. Next, we have PSBR. It means Public Sector Bank Recapitalization. Basically, it's a scheme launched by the government of India to support all the public sector banks who are suffering financially. Okay, suppose for example, today there are many banks in India who are suffering financially. For example, they are earning less deposit, or they have high NPA, that is non-performing asset, which is also called as bad loans. Okay, so to kill those bad loans, so government has introduced this PSBR, this Public Sector Bank Recapitalization. Then seventh, we have fiscal deficit. What does fiscal deficit basically means? Fiscal deficit basically means the government expenditure in against of government income. For example, government has a budget of spending 10,000 crore in this financial year, and the income which it has generated through tax or through non-tax source, it has generated 5,000 crore. So 10,000 crore minus 5,000 crore, the remaining 5,000 crore is the fiscal deficit the government has. Next, we have the concept of PLI scheme. What does PLI scheme means? PLI scheme basically means Production Linked Incentive Scheme. It is a scheme introduced by the government of India basically to support the production and manufacturing companies to produce more. For example, if a company achieve its sales target in this financial year, so the government provides a incentive, maybe in the form of bonus, maybe in the form of other non-incentive items to that company. Okay, so this was production linked incentive scheme. Next, we have corporate governance. What does corporate governance mean? Corporate governance means managing efficiently and effectively all those corporate related matters, and being ethical and being polite to your own stakeholders. Next, we have asset under management or AUM. This concept is basically used in the houses of mutual funds, in banking sector, in investment funds. Okay, so how much an investor has provided to that investing house, or in another way we can say that how much that investing house is managing the fund or the provided money of an investor. So that is called asset under management. And last, we have year on year, that is YOY. Year on year basically means how much a company has performed. It's a tool through which a company measures its performance as compared to the past years. For example, in the financial year 24, the company generated a revenue of rupees 100. In the financial 25, the company generated a revenue of rupees 200. So that's a two times jump from its last profit. So obviously, year on year helps a company in measuring its evaluation. So this was my searching words. I hope you liked it. Thank you.